J-I-double-N-Y, the Jimmy Britt Show, the Jimmy Britt Show, the Jimmy Britt Show, the J-I-double-N-Y, the Jimmy Britt Show.
Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
Great band leader by the name of Harmony. That's Harmony. Yes.
And if you would like to see me before then, I will be performing Sunday at a free function at the corner of 150th and Riverside. And it's actually a jam session, so any other artists that would like to come out and do some spoken word, some song, I have a live band that'll back you up. Come on out and have a good time with us.
Can I come out and tell jokes?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's great.
You can, because I'm the band leader, so I can say if you do and don't. Are you funny?
I'll think I'm a little funny.
Yeah.
So, but I love that. Do you like it on your collard greens?
Yes.
I like. Do you like it? Yeah. But anyway.
And do you want it on your candy sweets and your mac and cheese?
Oh, I want it everywhere.
And your meat patties.
I want it everywhere.
On your rice and peas, baby.
I want it on my chicken.
You want it on the chicken?
Yeah.
The fried chicken with what? Hot sauce?
I want it on my barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken. How about your beef ribs?
Oh, just put it everywhere.
Then it's all about love, baby, and that's all we're talking about. We want love everywhere.
I love your energy. I love your spirit.
Thank you.
Thanks again for coming out.
Thank you so much.
This young lady, she's hot, y'all. She's hot.
Harmony Bartz on Instagram. You can find me Harmony Love 555. Spelled the regular way. No U's, no extra V's. Just Harmony Love 555. Or on YouTube, you can see my entire band if you type in the Harmony Experience. Thank you so much.
So thank you.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, my name is Zoe Easy, and I just want to interview you. Thank you. It's nice to meet you too. And so we are out here to support Harmony. I met her last Tuesday at the Hexagon in Harlem, and she told me she's doing something. I said, oh, let me come out and support her. So what brings you out here this lovely afternoon?
Oh my God, we are so happy to be here. We just arrived and it's fantastic.
You arrived? Where'd you come from?
Paris.
Paris! Oh, Paris! Woo! Is that where the Eiffel Tower is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Great.
No, it's great to be here and to share with this music with other people. We're glad to be here. Thank you.
Glad you come. You have such a great smile.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Hey, what is your name and where are you
I'm
from?
Judith. I'm from Paris too.
Oh, Paris too. Oh, great. And you're enjoying the music?
I am.
Yes, we are.
Just arrived. We have a friend here who invited us. He told us to come, and that's why we're here.
Yes, this is called the Harmony Experience.
Yes.
On bass. Bring it down, y'all. Y'all need to hear that bass line. That's Al Capone for real. On bass.
This is Harmony from Harmony, the Harmony Experience.
Yes.
We're down here at 150th and Riverside Drive. And yes, this is an experience, a great experience. So I'm going to let this young lady, who is the band leader, tell you a little bit about herself.
Well, my name is Harmony Bartz. I grew up actually 2 blocks from here on 152nd in Riverside with my dad, Gary Bartz, who is a 2-time Grammy winner, played with Miles Davis. And I used to literally look over this exact section and sing out to the river and say, one day I'm going to be a singer. And now I am 2 blocks away from where I used to do that, singing my heart out. And if you guys have a chance, come on down.
Manifestation. See how she manifested that years ago and it came to pass? That's what I'm talking about. Well, Harmony, keep doing what you're doing, and we're going to get you when you come back, because I know you said you have to go take care of some business.
Go take a little break.
Okay.
Find me on Instagram, Harmony Love 555, exactly how it's supposed to be spelled. And you can go to YouTube and see several performances by our band, The Harmony Experience. If you type in The Harmony Experience at YouTube, Facebook, Taifa Harmony Bartz. That's Taifa Harmony and Bartz, B-A-R-T-Z.
There it is. You got the info. So if you don't find her, that means you ain't looking for her.
To my right, the legend himself, Mr. Keith, the Captain Gamble!
And I'm here with, right now,
Keith the Captain Gamble.
Keith the Captain Gamble. Tell us what instrument you play and how did you get involved with the Harmony Experience?
Well, I play electric guitar and harmonica, and I was involved with the Harmony Experience through my band called the New Gypsies. We met not too long ago, a few months ago, and we just clicked right away. Since her father is the legendary saxophone player, Gary Bartz. So it was just like...
You're in for a treat. Please put your hands together and give a nice warm round of applause to the Harmony Experience. Yeah, come on, give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Harmony.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Uh-oh. Test. Test 1, 2. Test. All right. How's everyone doing today? Oh, I know y'all can do better than that. How are y'all doing today? All right. I know y'all didn't get up this early after being stuck in the house for a year and a half, put on some of your good clothes, did your hair for a change, and y'all just gonna be like, I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'm gonna do it one more time. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Harmony Experience. Hey, how's everybody doing today? All right. I want to introduce my band, the Harmony Experience. Yeah, give me that one.
Yeah, drop the monitor volume.
Test. All right, that's better, right? I want to introduce my band, the Harmony Experience. My name is Harmony Bartz. For those who you don't know the last name, Gary Bartz is my father. He is a 2-time Grammy Award winning jazz musician who played with the likes of Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, Art Blakey, McCoy Tyner, and I'll stop, but there's more. And so I grew up around music and musicians, so this is where I'm comfortable, and although I've had many jobs, this is always where I come back to. So we're gonna start with a song that I learned when I was 2 years old. And when you hear the lyrics, you'll understand why it was a little bit odd for a 2-year-old to be singing this song. Y'all like the blues? Anybody in here like the blues? All right.
because company's alright with me every once in a while. Yeah. I say I don't mind company because company's alright with me every once in a while. Yeah, yeah. But with all of those pills. Got me a man named Dr. Feel Good. Yeah, yeah. His name is Dr. Feel Good. In the morning, take care of business. It's really this man's day. You understand why I feel good is made. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Let me tell you what his name is. Dr. Feel Good. Have you ever had someone that'll call you up in the middle of the night and say something like, meet me with your black drawers on. Whoa! Dr. Feel Good is his name. And if you ain't got no black drawers, then don't wear no drawers at all. Hey, yeah, Dr. Feel Good.
y'all tell me, was a 2-year-old supposed to be singing that song? You know, I'm not going to be an activist up here today, but I do think that the world needs more love. And I think that we can all agree on that. I don't care who you are, what you look like, where you worship, that we all feel like the world needs more love. Can we agree on that? All right, I'm going to sing a song, and at some point, I'm going to want you guys to join in. So go tell your friends after you leave here that you became part of the band, the Harmony Experience, because you guys will be doing backgrounds for us. Is that all right? All right.
What time? Yo. I know. You gotta look at the schedule. All right.
They say I'm crazy, the way you got me open, baby. They say I'm bucking, the way I'm top spotting your loving. They all sit and wonder why this feeling I cannot hide. It ain't no question of pride. The way you got my whole life living. Ooh, they say I'm losing it, just can't seem to keep my grip, baby. We all cry when we feel pain. When love is gone, we're not the same. It ain't no question of rain. It's love, yeah. It's love, 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 love. Y'all say love, 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 love. Hey, yeah, it's love, it's love. Hey, 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 y'all ready to rock? Y'all ready to really rock? Let's get it, bang. Hey, hey, do you want it on your collard greens? Do you want it on your baby sweets? Do you want it on your big old meats? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Do you want it on your rice and gravy? Do you want it on your biscuits, baby? Do you want it on your black-eyed peas? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Do you want it on your candy sweets? Do you want it on your meat patties? Do you want it on your rice and peas? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Do you want it? Hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. Oh, do you want it? Do you want it? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, hey, yeah. Give it to me, give it to me, give it. ready to be background sing? Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. What the world needs now is more love, 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 love. Do you want it on your collard greens? Do you want it on your candy sweets? Do you want it? Do you want it? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Do you want it on your rice and gravy? Do you want it on your biscuits, baby? Do you want it? Do you want it? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. Hey, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, give it to me, give it to me, give it. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want it on your collard greens? Do you want it on your candy sweet? Hey, love, 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 yeah. Do you want it? Do you want it? Do ba ba, shit up ba ba, jigga da ba 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 ba. Woo 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 woo. Do you want it? Yeah, hey. Do you want it? Yeah, hey. Do you want it? Do you want it? Give it to me, give it to me, give it. The man himself, Dangerous Dave Dawson.
And here we're gonna go with our drummer. This is a gentleman that was hitting the drums. And what is your name, sir?
Dave Dawson. Some people call me dangerous, but I'm only dangerous to the drum set.
Oh, I know this gentleman. I met this gentleman years ago in Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
Yes. This gentleman has been playing since the 80s.
Yeah, I have. It's been a long time. It's been a long road, and I'm glad I'm still here to be able to do this.
Yes. So, how did you and Harmony? How did y'all link up?
Well, we met some time ago at another club here in Harlem that's no longer here, Farafina. We met there one night, and
when I was 4 years old, I first started listening to music that I know that I was listening to music. At my grandmother's house, my uncle had these records, and by the time I was 6, I was really getting pretty astute about playing records, and I put this record on that I found that he had, and I had never heard before, and I put it on, and I said, wow, what is this? This is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life, which wasn't long, 6 years. But it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever heard. And I said to myself right then, whatever that person is doing, I want to do that. And it turned out that was Charlie Parker. And I found out he was playing an alto saxophone, and so I started asking for an alto saxophone. Every Christmas I would ask my parents, and it took them 5 years to say, well, I guess he really wants this saxophone, you know. But I was listening to all the music all those years, so I was actually studying it. But Charlie Parker was what did it for me. You cannot be a great musician if you don't know how to listen. That's the key, because the art form of music is listening, is hearing. People pay money to come listen to us, you know. So if we don't know how to listen, we're at a disadvantage. And, many times there will be people in the audience that can hear just as well or maybe better than some of the musicians. And like I tell my students, that should never happen. That's like going to the doctor's office and you know more than the doctor. The audience should never be able to hear better than you. So that's very important. Hearing is like a fingerprint, and I think everybody hears different. And that's what makes a great musician figure out how to find their own sound. Like nobody can sound like Beethoven, nobody can sound like Mozart, nobody can sound like Duke Ellington, nobody can sound like Miles, because they all found the way that they heard. They found out how to tap in to what only they could hear. And that's going beyond, that's going beyond just what's here, because everything you hear, every music that you hear, somebody else heard it first. They had to, because you didn't hear it first, so they created it. So now you want to add to that, so you have to find out how to tap into what only you can hear. I know I have a lot of students, they ask me, well, I don't like my sound. And I said, well, what do you want to sound like? Well, they don't know. I said, well, you can't find a sound if you don't know what you're looking for, So once you make up your mind of what, have an idea of what you want to sound like, at least you have something to shoot for. As I've lived through these years and get my many lessons, when I was working with Miles, I watched him. He would hire musicians for his band and take them out on the road. So they would tell in their friend, I'm working with Miles Davis now, and they would go to see them, but Miles would have them sitting in the audience. Now he's paying them. He's there in the band, just to listen to the band and watch the band, so that when they finally came up and started playing, they would understand and get. And I watched many musicians get so frustrated because, well, I thought I was going to play, that they ended up not even doing the gig, not even getting the gig, and Miles just wanted to know, can they listen? If you have a band of 5 men or women, and 3 of them are listening and 2 of them are not, it's not going to gel. Everybody has to be on. It's like a basketball team. If one guy is just trying to shoot the ball every time he gets it, and the other guys are working as a team, it's not going to work, So it's the same thing in music. You have to listen to everybody at the same time, so that you know what to do. Like, they need to know when you're ending your solo so that they end with you, So you have to be aware of that. A lot of times, you'll end your solo, and if someone isn't listening, they didn't end with you. They were doing something else. And so that defeats the whole purpose, that they're not working as a team. They're listening to themselves. You have to listen to everybody. It's a teamwork, I think of myself as a composer. Absolutely, I do. I compose on the saxophone, or what people want to call improvisations, which I don't. Like I say, it's not an improvisation until I make a mistake. When I make a mistake now, I didn't intend on doing that, so I got to improvise real quick, But those are only split seconds out of a solo. Out of like say a 5-minute solo, it might consist of 5 to 10 seconds of improvisation. The rest is composition, So So it's a misnomer, and it's very misleading to young people because they think it's improvisation. It's not improvisation. You know, it's like I say, you can give a monkey a saxophone, and he'll throw it up against the wall. That was an improvisation. You know, he can't play it though. If he could play it now, we're talking. You know, but so we learn how to play it. So it's not an improvisation unless we make a mistake. Everything else I mean to play. Everything I mean to play. Music was the first religion because you always had to have music for every special occasion in the tribes or wherever the groups of people were. Way before they thought about a religion, you know, they would have music for the births of children, for the deaths of people, for their harvest, for the equinox, for different things. And the music was very important. They had songs before there was written language. You know, so it wasn't written. You know, it doesn't need to be written. They heard it and they passed it on. You know, and it came through for centuries. They just passed it on like that. You know, so it was very important. So important that the head of the musician was the right-hand man of the leaders of the countries. You know, the kings and queens. They relied on the, you know, because no one, if you weren't a musician and could create these songs, it was magic. People didn't know how did they do that. You know, they were looked up to. Musicians were looked up to, like priests and popes and people like that. And I always tease. I said, look how far we have fallen from those days. Most of the young musicians that I see today that have gone to school to learn this music, they come out, like I say, that it's a selfish thing because I hear ego, I don't hear music.
America freed the slaves in 1863 through the Emancipation Proclamation of Abraham Lincoln, but gave the slaves no land or nothing in reality, and as a matter of fact, to get started on. At the same time, America was giving away millions of acres of land in the West and the Midwest, which meant that there was a willingness to give the white peasants from Europe an economic base. And yet it refused to give its black peasants from Africa, who came here involuntarily in chains and had worked free for 244 years, any kind of economic base. And so emancipation for the Negro was really freedom to hunger. It was freedom to the winds and rains of heaven. It was freedom without food to eat or land to cultivate, and therefore it was freedom in famine at the same time.
Loving by your own nature, not because of somebody else or something else. If you just become love, not love somebody, then you will know the nature of love. If you love somebody, it's a fickle happening, because no human being will happen 100% the way you want them. Every human being on this planet is going to disappoint you, believe me. Not because they'll do something wrong, because nobody can fulfill the unrealistic expectation you have of them. It's simply not possible. That ideal person is going to come from somewhere. No, believe me, whoever comes, I want you to know, the ideal people whom you worship. When Krishna was there, his wives complained.
So there is no hope for us. Yes, please remember this.
You know, Kunta from up… Kunta!
Oh yeah, the boy upstairs. Oh yeah, him. He around here someplace. He live upstairs on the 5th floor. Hey! Hey, who gonna clean up all these flowers?
Wait a minute, stop right there. Listen, stop right there a minute. Man goes into a restaurant. You listening? A man goes into a restaurant, he sits down, he's having a bowl of soup. He says to the waiter, come, taste the soup. Waiter says, is there something wrong with the soup? He says, taste the soup. He says, is there something wrong with the soup? Is the soup too hot? He says, will you taste the soup? It's wrong. Is the soup too cold? Will you just taste the soup? All right, I'll taste the soup. Where's the spoon? Aha. Aha. What do you know from funny, you bastard?